Good morning and welcome to the Mike Show for Tuesday, April 28, 2026. 57 degrees at 9:39 a.m. and I am your host, Val Kamal, and I'm a sinner. And I'm powerless and my life is unmanageable. Humility and gratitude are the keys to life. It's always today, it's always now. My life is not my own. My will not be done. There's no reality but God, and the only thing we have to do is die. So how are we going to live today? How are we going to live today, Mackie? I hope and pray I can live from my heart a life based on faith and not fear. Oh boy, campers. I am tired. What's new there though, right? Got some rain coming down now. We've had a little bit of everything since we got out of bed so far. When we first got up, it was overcast and light sprinkling. Max and Chloe and Grace and Ruth went outside and they came in pretty quick. And it cleared up and got sunny out here. And now it's raining again. But there's breaks in the clouds, and according to the conjurers, it is supposed to clear up at about 11 o'clock. We'll see about that. I don't feel like I slept a wink. I could have used another 2 or 3 hours, I think, but they're getting up earlier and earlier because the sun's rising earlier and earlier, and the cats always get up like they're still out in the wild in the pre-dawn to get ready to go out on the hunt. And, oh boy, I was sleeping on Audie's bed in the living room, and I just wanted so bad to fall back to sleep for a little while longer, and I didn't. I think it was about 7:15 when I finally got up and let the girls and Max out. Elsie started to go outside, but then she came back in. But she was playing with toys a little bit, and I haven't seen that in a while, and that's good, on her own. Yesterday, I don't think she was feeling good. She slept in her little cat bed all day. And she came and cuddled with me last night when I fell asleep on Audie's bed in the living room watching James Bond once again. I started watching Goldfinger again and fell asleep watching that. Yeah. So anyway, I had big ideas about going for a bike ride this morning, but not right now and maybe not later because the winds are supposed to be up to 25 miles an hour, anywhere from 15 to 25 miles an hour, and I think the last I checked it said 18. So we'll have to play that one by ear. We've had our coffee, and I'm probably going to make some Peru coffee, organic from Aldi we got yesterday. We got the Honduran last time we got coffee there. And I'm really liking this Peruvian and that Honduran. Oh boy. What was I going to say? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I was just looking up protein powders, and I've been thinking of starting to take some of them as a supplement, but for the cost of the good ones, I can just buy and eat more eggs or other items that are actually real protein, none of this powder shit, which I can do that. Just start eating more chicken, tuna, and beef, eggs, yogurt. Yeah, I think it'll work. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, the one that actually looked the best to use and try costs quite a bit, and there aren't that many servings, and I did some math, and for what I'm paying for that, I can buy a lot of eggs, or I can buy, oh boy, like 12 pounds of organic ground beef, $85.15, and so 12 pounds of organic ground beef is, I get 2 burgers out of a pound of ground beef, so I'd rather eat the ground beef. Anyway, Little break in the action. There is food out there. We should probably get into a recap from yesterday. Yesterday's thumbnail was Chloe, my sister, Maxie's sister, Mikey's sister, Gavin's sister, Mama Margie's daughter. And that's who the current Chloe we have is named after. She disappeared on... It was the day we celebrated Stuart's birthday, Stuart and Elsie. We were out in the yard, out along, just past where the spruce tree is, more toward the alley. When the last time we saw her, we got some photos of her. She went next door and was laying on a concrete slab over there that she used to go lay on, and that was the last time we saw her. And coyotes probably got her. But she was my sweet girl. She was my little rock and roller. I used to sing her that song. She used to love climbing up the tower. Uncle Seiji and her really got along good. She was a sweet girl, there's no doubt about it. Her and Max were like bookends as far as their colors and markings. She was a long-haired tuxedo cat. And she's loved and missed like all of the departed are. But anyway, we're going to take a little break. I think I'm going to go put on some more coffee. Maybe start working out with the kettlebells. Welcome back. And I don't really mean that. And I didn't mean it when I said good morning either. I'm a little short of breath. I just finished doing some push-ups and one kettlebell routine. Made some mayonnaise. During the commercial break, it got sunny and cleared up, and now it's overcast with more rain on the way. Oh, what are you trying to tell me, Mackie? I'm going to make some tuna salad. I just opened a can of tuna, and I drained it and gave the juice to Elsie and let Max lick out the can. I left some in there for him. He's my bubby. We had a good cuddle this morning, didn't we, Max, when we came out here? Oh boy. So anyway, got another carafe of coffee going over there. I have a feeling I'm going to get out on a bicycle today. I don't care how windy it is or how much it rains. We got to get some treats for the Sweetses, and anyway. So back to yesterday. We pedaled to Aldi's. Between 7 and 8 miles. I don't remember how many exactly. We came home from there. Did we have lunch? I know I raked another load of leaves from around the spruce tree, the other side of the spruce tree, almost over to that Crimson Sunset maple back there. So that's all we got left to do now is around that tree and in the back by the lilacs and Wajela. Got some city chickens out there, blackbirds. Oh boy. What else did we do yesterday? We read some scripture, hung out with the cats in the afternoon, let them outside while I was raking, and that was not a good idea. They're still so young and everything's so brand new to them out there, and sometimes they stick together, but other times I turn and one went one way, one went another way, and one went a third direction. And it's, pretty disconcerting for me, and I got a lot of concern and care for them when I can't find or see where they are because I don't want them to get killed. They are just so unsavvy in the ways of the world. It's all a big adventure out there for them, but they don't know that them cars can kill them and that dogs can kill them and they can get in fights with other animals, and that's not good, and people can be rude to them. And so anyway, but we got them all back safely in and gave them a treat. Starting to increase the amount of canned food I'm feeding them. And they're not eating so much dry, and we need to probably go get some more dry food today. But yeah, we read another James Lee Burke. We're reading another James Lee Burke novel, and it takes place during the time of Hurricane Katrina down in New Orleans. Nolans. Burke's novels that are about Dave Robichaux, who used to be a New Orleans police officer, and now he's a investigator with the sheriff's department down there. I forget which county. Then he's got his old partner they were partners on the police force. His name's Clete Purcell, and he's a disgraced former officer, but they're the dynamic duo, and I just like reading them. It's good novels, good stories, and coming to get to know those characters really well after reading several of those novels by James Lee Burke. Anyway, city chickens are eating. Then we fell asleep watching James Bond, Goldfinger. Something that really made me feel good yesterday, and it was bittersweet at the same time. Max wanted out, and he went out and laid in the chair last night for quite a while. It was after dark, and I went out there with him. I guess it was right at dusk, and then I stayed out there and said some prayers and gave thanks, and then just talked with Maxie and just remembered, and I think he does what I do when I go out there and I look. And I saw all the departed. Wherever I looked, I could see one of them frolicking and playing. And I think Maxie kind of does that too. I think he's out there remembering all his brothers and sister and uncles and aunts and all the good times we had out there. We're trying to make more of them. And Sammy did that too. Sammy, I got to thinking, that last summer Sam was with us and I was busy doing lots of different things. And there's that Ruthie. I'd be out there with the cats and sitting on a blanket and be thinking to myself, I need to get out here and start taking still photos again with my digital SLR. And I just kept saying, no, there's going to be time. You're going to be done doing all the visiting and running around with family and friends that are in town, and you'll be able to get back to your schedule with the cats, and we'll take lots of pictures then. And unfortunately, that wasn't meant to be. That was not meant to be. And losing him still, it's tough to lose them all, but it was just so unexpected with him. What was so heartbreaking was the fact that he'd had dental work done and his blood work was good, and he pretty much hid most of the signs he had of kidney disease. And I know he drank a lot of water, but they do when they get older, and he would throw up now and then, but I'd always find a hairball or something in it, but I didn't think nothing of it. But he was in full kidney disease, and the sad part about that is by the time they can detect it with a blood test, their kidneys are 75% gone. So anyway, but we remembered out there, and we were out there. I got into a total pig out. I haven't been eating a lot of carbs of late, and I've been in a calorie deficit trying to get rid of the fat. Look at that, Ruthie. Around my midsection, my love handles and lower back, and we are getting there, but I went on a total pig out last night. I made 2 grilled cheese sandwiches, and usually when I've been making one, I just use one piece of bread and split it in half and put cheese on it. And I made 2 full-size ones yesterday. 2 slices of cheese on each. I sprinkled in some onion powder, some fresh cracked black pepper, and some crushed red pepper, and grilled those, and they were both just yummy. They were both just yummy. All right, I'm going to take another little break. Well, we are back for our closing segment. We just finished making some tuna salad. There's that Ruthie. We got a fresh bowl of water, and Ruthie did what Ruthie does. She splashed it all over the place. And where's Gracie? Gracie! Who are you playing with? Is Coke in there? Oh, Grace, is that Gracie and Coke or Gracie and Uncle Mac? Let's go investigate that. I yammered a lot longer than I had planned on. I didn't realize how long I was yammering. Oh, it is Coke. It's Coke. Boy, that would have made a nice still picture. Princess is over here. She drank the juice from the tuna can. I think I already mentioned that. Anyway, I wanted to go on and talk about the evils of Google and how much more evil they're getting. And that was something I wanted to touch on yesterday and I didn't. Partially what I can say real quick is that this phone died. I can still record with it and do videos, but I'm using a flip phone now because I wanted to get away from all the information gathering. Look at Coke. And Google is nothing but evil, and more legislation is being passed that allows these people with these that make these things and make apps and all that to continue stealing your information and selling it to who knows what for what reason, and it's just wrong. When you got to go in and turn shit off or whatever, and they're still gathering info. And so in a way I was kind of glad this phone didn't work as a phone anymore, or texting. It won't work for that either. And anyway, I don't remember what the hell I wanted to say now. I think we're going to close. So anyway, from the cold gray ashes and coals, we're going to keep working out. Look at there's Gracie. We're going to keep working out. That'll be doing domestic chores. And then maybe we'll hop on a bike in the afternoon and go pick up a few groceries. I know we could use some cat food and things like that. So we'll stay busy one way or another. We'll see what the weather does, how windy it gets, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, from the cold gray ashes and coals of my cold black heart, my broken, beaten, battered, bruised, bloody, burdened, empty, hollow, cracked, shattered, hopeless, forsaken, forlorn, bitter, angry, tired, resentful, twisted, convoluted, confused, grieving, happy, and grateful soul. Piss off. Happy terrific Tuesday, and thanks for not tuning in.